tell me that we have 97 minutes here tonight without intermission. So if that means anything to anybody, if you think you'll need a drink of water, or anything. You know, a year ago, I drove Sally home from a dance. And while we were standing on the porch up at the house, we looked down to the river and saw this silver flying thing rise straight up and zip off. We came running down to the river. We thought the Japanese had landed some amazing new flying machine. But all we found was the boathouse here. And that was enough. I'll just point out some of the facilities till everybody gets settled in. If everything goes well for me tonight, this should be a waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. A no-holds-barred romantic story. And since I'm not a romantic type, I'm going to need the whole Valentine here to help me. The woods, the willows, the vines, the moonlight, the band. There's a band that plays tonight over in the park. The trees, the berries, the breeze, the sounds, water and crickets, frogs, dogs, the light, the bees working all night. Did you know that? Bees work. Worker bees work round the clock, never stop, collecting nectar or pollen, whatever a bee collects. Well, possibly expectancy is wrong in the case of a bee. Who knows what a bee expects? But whatever time there is in a life is a lifetime. And I imagine that after 20 days and 20 nights, a bee is more or less ready to tuck it in. Oh, young sprout, I've been flying now for nigh on to 19 days and 19 nights. Really, Grandpa Worker Bee? And I'm about ready to tuck it in. Work. Work is very much to the point. We have everything to help me here. There's a rotating gizmo in the lights because we needed the moon out there on the water. The water runs right through here, so you're all out in the river. Sorry about that. They promised me moonlight by the barrelful all through the shutters. We could do it on 2 folding chairs, but it isn't there. It isn't bombed out. It's run down. And the difference is all the difference. And Valentines need frou-frou. We have here a genuine Victorian folly, a boathouse constructed of louvers and lattice and gewgaws. I feel like a real estate salesman. Of course, the term real estate strikes me as wrong. Estate, maybe. Real is arguable. But to start off on the right foot, everybody ready? This is a waltz, remember. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There was a time, or, all right, I think it has to be once upon a time. There was hope throughout the land. From the chaos of the Great Depression, people found strength in union, believing their time had come. But even as this hope was perceived, a dark tower rose up from the chaos of another land. Once again, this country pitched its resources and its industry into battle. Now, after almost 3 years of war, it has become apparent that the battle is turning. Once again, we are told that peace and prosperity are in the air. But in the midst of battle, that hope the people had known was changed into the enemy. Peace, and more to the point, prosperity is our ally now. Once again, we are told the country has been saved by war. Now you would think, in this remote wood, on this remote, unimportant, but sometimes capricious river, that world events would not touch this hidden place. But such is not the case. There is a house on the hill up there, and there is a family that is not at peace, but in grave danger of prosperity. And there is a girl in the house on the hill up there who is a terrible embarrassment because she remembers that old hope and questions this new fortune. And questioning eyes are hard to come by nowadays. It's hard to use your peripheral vision when you're being led by the nose. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're saying if I'd have known it was going to be like this, I wouldn't have come. Or, if I'd have known it was going to be like this, I would have listened. But don't worry. We're going to do this first part all over again for the latecomers. I want to give you and me every opportunity. So, okie dokie. Oh boy, this has got to be fast. They tell me that we have 97 minutes here tonight without intermission. So if that means anything to anybody, if you think you'll need a drink of water or anything, I'll just point out some of the facilities till everybody gets settled in. If everything goes well for me tonight, this should be a waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. A no-holds-barred romantic story. And since I'm not a romantic type, I'm going to need the whole schmear here to help me. The woods, the willows, the vines, the moonlight, the band. There's a band that plays tonight over in the park. The trees, the berries, the breeze, the sounds, water, and crickets, frogs, dogs, the light, the bees. Frogs, dogs? Fellas, can I have a dog? I'd like a dog. Fellas, a dog! Oh, yeah. Old man Barnett kicked out Blackie and called in the kids, and about now the entire family is sitting down to supper. Even Blackie out by the smokehouse. But a car pulled off the road about a mile downstream and someone got out. And at this hour, it begins to be difficult to see. The chickens have started to go to bed, and noises carry up from the river as though there was someone there in the barnyard, and Blackie wants to let everybody know the Barnett farm is well guarded. Working all night. Did you know that bees work? Worker bees work round the clock. Never stop collecting nectar, pollen, whatever a bee collects. Of course, the life expectancy is 20 days. Or in the case of a bee, 20 days and 20 nights. Or possibly expectancy is wrong in the case of a bee. Who knows what a bee expects? But whatever time there is in a life is a lifetime. And I imagine that if the 20 days and 20 nights are...
Maya!
This is a waltz, remember. 1, 2, 3, 1.
Are you in that boathouse? I'm not going to come down there if you're not there, because that place gives me the creeps after dark. Are you down there?
No!
I swear, Matt Freeman, what in the devil do you think you're doing down here? Oh my, everything is soaking wet here. Buddy said he chased you off with a shotgun. I thought, good, we're making rid of you. I saw your car parked up there. I could not believe my eyes, not even you. And there you sit wiping your glasses.
The better to see you with, my dear.
Don't even begin with me, Matt. I'm in no mood.
Were you hiding behind the window curtains when I was out in the yard talking to your brother you like to hide from me so much?
I got home 5 minutes ago. You know what time I get off work. Rachel and Ida dropped me out front. We could hear Buddy cussing all the way out to the road.
Can you speak to your Aunt Charlotte? How do you know I'd be here?
I was in that house exactly 30 seconds. I walked in that door, Mama and Buddy lit on me like I was 10 years old, screaming about the communist traitor infidel I'd let in the house. Buddy said he run you off with a shotgun.
He had a large, 2-barreled weapon, yes, with apertures about like so.
If they knew you were still on the place, they'd have Cliffy on you.
You want the sheriff, all you have to do is keep yelling. Your sister-in-law called him. He's probably at your house right now.
Whatever possessed you to come down here and get into a fight with my brother? You know I can't stand living there as it is.
Sally, one of us had better go for a walk and cool off. Both of us can't be angry.
What better happen is you better march right back up there to your car and head back to St. Louis.
No, you see the way they build those things now, they require gasoline to really get them running good. Especially Plymouths.
Matt Freeman, you did not run out of gas.
You want to try it? See if you can get it to catch.
Well, if that isn't just typical.
That's what saves it, I think. I was just thinking that that was typical.
I swear that car is going to kill me. I mean, I'm a strong person, but that car is going to do it. Not one time has that car gone from one place to another without breaking down.
Sally, you don't deprecate a man's car. A man's car reflects his pride in himself and his status in society. castigate my car, you castigate me.
Well, good. And you are full of hot air on most things, but you are right about that. That hay baler is a good reflection of you.
Oh, you get angry. You really are a mountain daughter, aren't you? Where's the still? I was looking for the still you said was down there.
Matt, I'm exhausted. I've been up since 5. I was at the hospital at 6:30. I don't want to argue. The still was right there. They busted it up, broke it up.
Oh, your dad got raided by Cliffy.
Cliffy wasn't sure of them. McConklin was sure of. Him and Dad were half partners in the still. They broke it up to sell for scrap after the repeal. Matt.
They're running like a lane.
Is the only thing keeping you here a gallon of gas for your car? Because we have a can in the pump house.
Oh, better wait till it gets a little darker out if you're going to start stealing Buddy's gas.
Oh, you've alienated, buddy. You've almost paralyzed Olive.
Olive! I could not remember your sister-in-law's long name. Olive! And I'm thinking pickled herring, I'm thinking caviar, I'm thinking boiled egg. I knew she was on a relish tray.
Why? Are you always barging in places?
No, ma'am. I wrote you how many times I'd be here today.
You barge into a person's home, you barge into where they work.
I telephoned your house here. I had a nice Missouri telephone chat with your Aunt Charlotte.
Aunt Lottie would invite the devil into the parlor for hot cocoa.
Actually, I came here to talk to your father. That's the way I've been told these things are done in the South.
Not in the South, you're in the Midwest.
Sally, I've been all over the country. And there is New York City, isolated neighborhoods in Boston, and believe me, the rest is all the South.
Would you please just tell me what happened up there so I'll know how to handle them?
Sally, I know I told you we've had the whole weekend that I've been looking forward to as
You
much
are
as you have.
the most conceited blind.
There's just
yes.
no way out of it. I have to go back tonight. You have a hearing on the Ashland and his horse.
On what?
You know, I wrote you the Ashland with his horse and wagon. We had him consecrated as a church, and that worked for 2 years.
I don't have any idea what you are talking
Churches
about.
don't pay taxes. We had him ordained. They didn't like it. So we set up a trust fund in the name of Daisy. Now they want a hearing on that because horses can't hold trusts. They just sprung at us. I have to be back in St. Louis tomorrow.
Would you just tell me what happened
It
up
was
there?
crazy to come down here, only I promised you. But we have to work fast here tonight.
What was Buddy so mad about?
Did you hear me? I only got tonight. I have to get back.
Please, just...
It is unimportant, Sally. But if it makes you happy, I came down here as I said I would. I parked my car, I went to the front door and knocked, and your sister-in-law from the relish tray, you said,
Olive.
yeah, I cannot remember that woman's. Olive came to the door with very big eyes, shaking all over. I said, oh, hello, I'm Matt Friedman. I thought I'd come over on this beautiful evening and have a chat with Mr. Talley. So she stood there doing her imitation of the fish.
She did what?
She couldn't speak, I think. She was paralyzed. She goes,
It isn't necessary to characterize it.
Sally, I am trying to tell this in a way that I don't get angry.
Okay.
Finally, she swims off after having said all of not one word, and Buddy came. Does your entire family have such absurd names?
His real name is Kenny. We call him Buddy.
Kenny is his real name. This is better for a grown man. Kenny. Kenny Talley, Lottie Talley, Timmy Talley, Sally Talley. Your brother also does not know how to converse. Your brother talks in rhetorical questions. So you're Sally's Jewish friend, ain't you? What do you think you want here? You ever hear that trespassing was against the law?
Oh, they're all such hypocrites and fools.
There was nothing hypocritical about it, believe me.
You deserve it coming down here. I told you Dad said you weren't invited back.
So then Buddy said, if you want to see your friend Sally, you can go to Springfield where she works. And I said I'd wait there in the yard, and he went in and got a 2-barrel hunting gun.
And Olive called the sheriff.
I am omitting the yelling and screaming and deprecating.
Who was yelling?
Well, there was your Aunt Charlotte yelling, this man came to see me. And there was your mother yelling, you're not to see my daughter. And there was Olive yelling, get back in the house. And everybody, and Charlotte, his buddy, and the dog that was barking, and your brother's business friend who was out in the yard to protect Buddy. He mostly said, you tell him, Buddy. You tell him, Buddy.
I'm not even going to apologize. You had it coming to you.
Your mother and Olive, of course, stayed up there on the screened-in porch, protected from the mosquitoes and communists and infidels.
I have absolutely got to get out of that place. Rachel and Ida and I have been looking for an apartment in town for months.
Actually, you don't get mosquitoes here, do you? The rich always know where to build their houses. With a house on the hill and the breeze and the river always running, mosquitoes don't nest around here. The breeze blows them off. Do they nest? Do mosquitoes nest? Does everything that lays eggs nest? Do fish nest? That's a funny idea.
Don't try to make me feel good, Matt. It isn't going to work. Fish spawn.
What do mosquitoes do?
I do not know what mosquitoes do. They breed.
You know, I'll bet you're right. See, I thought you'd be glad to see me. That's my problem. I got no sounding board. I sit up there in this dusty office and said, Louis, sneezing away, I get to daydreaming. I start thinking, well now, listen here, Matthew. What ought to happen is you ought to head on down into them hills.
Don't do that. Don't make fun of the way we talk. Oh, everything you do, you're enough to make a...
Preacher cuss. Sailor blush.
I don't make fun of your accent. I don't
I have no accent. I work very hard and have completely lost any trace of accent.
Very well.
And daydreaming away up there, I said to myself, this Sally dame, she looks like a good deal to me, Matt. She showed you a good time. The least you could do is reciprocate.
That's supposed to be somebody, I guess. That isn't you.
You need somebody. You don't know Humphrey Bogart?
We don't go to the pictures.
Well, how do you know he was a movie actor? He might be Secretary of Interior.
My grandmother knows Humphrey Bogart, and she's never...
Castigate a man's
The
imitation.
Secretary of the Interior has been Harold Ickey since Sitting Bull.
You don't go to the movies.
Pictures are an excuse to sit alone in the dark.
To sit together in the dark.
Not necessarily.
You go alone.
Not always.
Oh. Now that's interesting.
Sometimes with some of the other nurses from work.
That's a big business, isn't it, caring for the wounded? That's a nice place for the boys to forget about the hard realities of learning a buck when they get out.
Boys, we take care of have seen their share of hard realities.
It's a very sunny building. All the boys have a very sunny attitude. The doctors are very sunny. The nurses are very sunny. The aides are sunny. Well, you expect the whole place to go up with spontaneous combustion.
We try to be pleasant, yes. What would you have us do? Say, oh my gosh, you look horrible. I don't think you're going to make it through the night. Good Lord, you poor man, both hands missing, and all you know is auto mechanics. You're never going to find a job you're happy with.
No, I wouldn't have you.
We don't have to fake anything. When you work with them every day, you can see progress. Some of them will recover completely.
I'm not criticizing. I admire it.
I was there last February when you barged in. I wasn't home.
Oh, yes, that was funny. One girl said you had a cold that day, and another girl said you'd gone to Kansas City to requisition more beds. She was very imaginative, but under sympathetic questioning, she was not a good fibber.
So you drove all that way down to Springfield and all that way back for nothing?
It's not a wasted afternoon. I had the honor of being shown by a Negro private from California 25 different ways I can lose the game of checkers. And I had time to puzzle. Why would Sally tell everybody with whom she works that if this hairy Jewish accountant comes down like a crazy man to see her, everybody tell him she's not here, and Sally will hide in the closet?
I was working in the kitchen that morning where visitors are not allowed. It was not necessary to hide.
With little nurses coming into the kitchen every 10 minutes to say, Sally, I don't know. He's still up there. Looks like he intends to stay all day. Puzzles, don't waste my time, Sally. I'm very good at puzzles. I have great powers of ratiocination. I'm a regular Sherlock. He was a terrible anti-Semite. He was a rather shallow, ignorant man. Did you know?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. I was trying to figure out what ratiocination means.
Oh, forgive me. I don't have a speaking vocabulary. I have a reading vocabulary. I don't talk that much.
I haven't noticed the problem.
Last year, weren't you always saying how quiet I was? Now, why don't you say something? Weren't you always asking me questions?
I retract everything I said last
But
summer.
unlike Sherlock Holmes, I am not quick. I am steady and I stay at something, but I'm thick. First, it took a long time for me to find something as thick as me. And then, going back over the mystery of Sally in the closet, I decided what was called for was an on-the-spot investigation.
Matt.
So I have a few questions I'd like to put to you.
There is no mystery.
Mystery isn't bad, Sally. Mystery is the spice of life.
Variety is the spice of life.
Well, variety has always been a mystery to me. Give me one choice, I can take it or leave it. Give me two, I can't decide. Give me three, I don't want any of them. Now,
I cannot understand why you can't get the message. You sound like a functioning human being, but you've got a wire crossed or something.
a screw loose.
You are one total living loose screw. That much is certain. You've been away a solid year. The one time you come to the hospital to hunt me down, I refused to see you.
No? Oh, no, you didn't refuse. You hid in the kitchen.
And you sat up there in the day room the entire blessed afternoon.
I was not made to feel unwelcome.
Not made to feel unwelcome? You do not have the perception God gave lettuce. I did not answer but one letter, and in that one short note, I tried to say in no uncertain terms that I didn't want you to write me. You have sent me an almost daily chronicle of your life in your office, the most mundane details of your accounting life. Why did you come back here?
It was a very pleasant way to begin the morning. Writing, Dear Sal, cleared up my mind. Kind of like reading the newspaper, only not so depressing. I could tell you about the intrigue in the office, mull over the problems I anticipated, and knowing you, you sort of spoke along with me. Your carefully balanced and rational judgment were a great boon to my disposition. Improved the weather. And the weather in St. Louis needs all the improving it can get. I bet I made you laugh.
No, you did not.
No?
Not once.
Now that's a blow.
I knew you were trying to, but I didn't find anything particularly funny.
Not trying, just thought you might. You didn't get lonely. It wasn't like being away from me all last year, was it?
Not at all.
Didn't you come to look forward to the mail in the morning?
I dreaded each new day.
Now see, if I believe that, I believe.
I did gain a fondness for the calm respectability of Sunday.
Holidays must have been nice.
Holidays were a benediction.
Did you make the recipe I sent you? I couldn't make it because I don't have the time. Baking in an oven, I forget what I'm doing, I go off and leave, I come back, the apartment is terrible. I cook well.
I don't cook. Oh, why don't you just go on up the road to the Barnetts? It isn't that far. They'll give you enough gas to get into town.
You have no sense of nostalgia, Sal. No sense of romance.
No, I do not. Not right now. I can't remember feeling less romantic.
Alone, together again in the sunset. Well, sundown. Twilight. I mean, this countryside is so beautiful. Do you think about that when you live in it all the time, surrounded by all this lovely scenery? Or do you take it for granted?
We know it's beautiful. Why wouldn't we appreciate it? There has to be some compensation to the place. It isn't particularly fertile, it's rocky, it's got poor drainage, it's all hills.
How can it have poor drainage if it's all hills?
Hills have nothing to do with drainage. Water has to soak into the ground, not run off. The weather's too dry in the summer, the crops just curl up in the fields. The springtime is just a cycle of floods. The winters are too cold and damp.
But it's beautiful. Whoa! Look at that! That goes right through! Not what I'd call seaworthy, riverworthy. When was the last time anybody was down here? Aside from you coming down to get us away from the house. Aside from you and me coming down here last summer.
I wouldn't know.
Or maybe to fix the place up.
Nobody has any use of it anymore. Couldn't get materials now if you wanted to.
Fancy place to let rot away. Nobody even knows who spent all that much time building some crazy place like this. It isn't really grand. It's just silly. not silly. Must have broken a lot of jigsaw blades.
Uncle Whistler.
What?
Everett Talley built the boathouse in 1870, built Follies all over town. He wanted to build a gazebo up by the house, but Grandpa said it was a frivolity, so we built the boathouse.
He made it look like a gazebo.
Well, that's what he wanted to do in the first place. He did the bandstand in the park across the river. The town didn't want it, but he'd seen it in a picture somewhere, so he went over and built it. They tried to stop him, he went right on, said they could tear it down after he'd finished. Painted it maroon and pink and gold and said, now tear it down. Eventually, they used it for the high school band concerts.
Sounds like a frustrated guy.
Not at all. Why does everything have to be cynical? He was not in the least frustrated. He was a happily married man with 7 kids. He made toys, tap dance and babies and gorilla games. He got pleasure out of making things for people. He did exactly what he wanted to do. He was the healthiest member of the family. Everybody in town knew him. They all called him Whistler.
Because he was the artist in the family.
Because he sang and whistled. He used to go stomping through the woods singing Una Furtiva Lagrima at the top of his lungs. Nobody outside the Talleys knew what he was singing, so they all said he was crazy. But he certainly wasn't frustrated.
What is that? Ice skates! Ooh, somebody had big feet. Do you skate?
No,
Me too! Did you used to roller skate on the sidewalk?
there isn't a sidewalk closer than a mile and a half in town.
Me too! All the other kids had skates, fly past me, knocked me down. I was only 5. Some memories linger.
In St. Louis?
In the winter, they skate on the lake. Frozen solid. I tried another boy's skates on once, nearly broke my neck. It's what I should have expected. I'm not what you call a beautifully coordinated individual.
Oh, don't put those on.
That roller rink in Lebanon, where all the soldiers hang out, that's the main recreation here, it seems.
People come up from Springfield.
Fellas and their dates?
Girls looking for soldiers.
Everybody's having a good time. All that drinking and all that skating, I'd get sick.
They do.
You go?
I went once, Matt. I didn't like it. Oh, don't stand up in those. You'll go down pretty much lower.
It's all a matter of balance.
I don't do that over crying out loud.
Unfortunately, I have almost no sense of balance at all. How do you start? What do? You push off to glide, and then you keep going. Well, how do you keep going?
Well, you don't have to push off, but I suppose you could.
Eventually, you come to a standstill. How do you keep going?
You take steps. Step, push, and you glide on that foot. Your weight on that one foot.
How do you get the weight off one foot and onto another?
The other foot has to come up.
How can it come up?
Lift it. Oh, for God's sakes, lift it.
Oh, 1 foot.
Now you're gliding on that one foot. Before you start to slow down, you lean your weight over onto the other.
Oh, sure. What's to catch me if I shift my weight off this foot?
The other foot. You got too stupid.
Sally, I'm awkward. I'm not stupid.
Put the other foot down.
Oh, that's much better.
Now lift the other foot.
I know. Glide on that. How come skaters don't get tangled up?
Because they're synchronized.
I'm not going to worry about what you do, okay? You'll confuse me. La, 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 la.
Come on, not so loud. Come on, Matt, stop. They'll hear you across the river.
I'm having an old-fashioned skate with my girl.
I'm not your girl, Matt. Come on, let go. You're ridiculous.
No, let me go. Don't let go. We're coming to the end of the pond.
I'm going to go get gasoline for your car.
Sally, I'm going too fast. I don't want to disturb. Oh! Sally, I'm going to crash. Help! The trees are moving up in front of me. They're coming right at me. Fir trees and big old maple trees. Oak trees. They're black against the snow, the firelight flickering on them from the campfire. They're frozen hard as stone and deadly. It's the end of a brilliant career.
after me, Matt.
Come on now, where do you think you're going? Help! Sally! Help! I fell through the floor.
Where you hurt? What did you hurt?
It's okay, come on. I appreciate your concern, but just let me think for a minute. No, honestly, I think I'm not injured at all. Except maybe my head, that stuff came down on me. Look at you standing there with your arms crossed. We've got the problem. I don't know how I'm supposed to get out of this. Give me a lift.
Good Lord, they must have heard you up to the house across the river.
Boy, I was having fun. That's very good exercise skating.
I can't. You're too big, and you're not helping.
I'm helping. And
And you have to get out by yourself. What a baby.
Well, no, it's not so bad here. This is not an uncomfortable position. My vanity is a little confused, but outside of that...
You're not going to be so comfortable when you get your foot snake bit.
Oh, God! You know all the right things to say. No, I think I'm not injured. I'm not even skinned. What is to right to straighten me?
You could have scratched yourself on a rusty nail and gotten blood poisoning.
No, I had a tetanus shot before I came down. That's what you have to get when you go fishing. I read about it, in case you get your finger pricked with a fish hook. Most painful thing I ever paid to have done to myself. Were you serious about the snakes?
Copperheads, water moccasins, cottonmouths. I mean, they won't prey on you, but I'd imagine if you got your foot stuck right in their nest, they wouldn't like it.
Snake's nest? Had you told me about the snakes last year when we came down here, there never would have been an affair between Sally and Matt.
There was no affair.
Of course there was an affair. How many times in 7 days did I see you?
I don't know.
7.
7.
7. I got lost swinging over the music of that dance place. I can hardly talk all week long.
Kids nowadays like it so loud they don't have to think.
I don't blame them.
Neither do I.
You didn't mind my talking to you on the porch of the Shriners Mars.
I did mind talking to you. I didn't mind you driving me home. Didn't even mind changing the tire.
Thought we made a very good team. Most girls would have stayed in the car. You at least held the flashlight.
Held the flashlight?
Well, and told me how to change the tire.
And lit matches so you could see when the flashlight batteries burned out. I could have done it much faster myself. What I minded was the very next evening walking 2 miles when the carburetor failed.
I told you to stay in the car. I told you not to come.
What is someone going to say with me sitting alone in a car on a road where lovers park, where I have never been before in my life, even during school?
Well, I tried to hitchhike us a ride. You hit the bushes every time a car came by. I'm looking around for you. The drivers all think I'm drunk and move over into the other lane. You almost caused 3 head-on collisions that night.
Aside from that night, the other times I saw you were a lot of fun. Except maybe the night you came to dinner.
Oh, I am not responsible for your family. That evening was your idea.
Everyone is always saying what a crazy old maid Emma Goldman I'm becoming. I wanted to show them how conservative and ignorant I really am.
You are not conservative. You are not ignorant. And Emma Goldman, believe me, was no old maid.
You know what I mean. Between being what they consider out-and-out anti-American and being over 40 years old and having a beard, you made a grand hit with Mom and Dad, let me tell you.
Oh, I could tell.
You left the house, Dad said that man is more dangerous than Roosevelt himself.
What they were hoping was that I would be a proper Christian suitor and take Crazy Sally off their hands.
No, at least they stopped hoping that. That's something.
Now, where do you think you are going when we are getting on so
We
well?
are not getting on so well.
Sally, listen. You're scared and I'm scared. But we both have to realize that we are going to deal with this before either of us leaves.
There's nothing to deal with, man.
No, there is quite a lot. We can't have it both ways. You can chase me away, or you can put on a pretty dress. But you can't put on a pretty dress to come down here to chase me away. Remember, I've seen you come home from work in your uniform.
I changed out of my uniform at work tonight.
Because you thought I'd meet you in Springfield outside the hospital.
I didn't know you'd be down here. I thought I'd come down here and listen to the band.
You are coming to the boathouse because this is where we came last summer.
This is my place. I come down here every day.
Okay, fine. I believe that. You come down here to get away from your family knowing you can't smoke up at the house, maybe take a nip from the whiskey bottle and keep your son there.
I won't stay up there forever. I'm as eager to leave as they are eager to get rid of me.
Maybe get an apartment in Springfield. Share with Rachel and Ida so you don't have to drive to work every morning.
They are nice girls.
They're very nice. Maybe get a pet dog. A dachshund. Name it Matt. Smoke all you want in your own apartment. Go out to the movies on Saturday nights. Maybe sometimes go to the USO dances. Not get too involved with any of the boys. Not Sally.
Is that bad?
No, ma'am, it isn't. You do real work at the hospital. All the boys said they liked you best. All those other nurses, though, with their eyes, they were saying, don't you go away, man. Sally is going to come around.
They enjoyed the game.
Yes, me too. But they weren't telling me to go away.
Well, then I'm telling you to go away. Nothing will come from it, Matt.
See, they could tell that I was in love with you. And they were telling me that you might be in love with me. And wouldn't that be a catastrophe?
I don't think I even know what that means. I don't know if you know what that means.
Aside from that, though, you're afraid you might love me.
I don't think that is even a desirable state to be in.
Agreed 100%. All you have to do is say, no, I am not.
Why don't you just leave and make us all happier?
I don't know that leaving would make you happy. It wouldn't make me happier. It would be easier. See, I can take no for an answer. I can't take I'm scared. I can't take evasion. I can't take hiding in the kitchen.
Just put it out of your mind, Matt. It's impossible.
So the future is pub dogs, apartments, USO get-togethers, and drinking with the girls.
It sounds wonderful.
Sally has decided she is an eccentric old maid, and she is going to be one.
I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I'll show you how far she'll let up. My first solution to the Sally in the closet puzzle,
Kitchen.
Sally hiding in the kitchen, was she don't want nothing to do with this Jew type. No matter that she's never seen one before, she has heard a great much about them. There's always being chased from place to place. Must be something wrong. Anyway, Shiksas are a very gullible breed and believe everything they hear.
Oh, you don't think that at all. I'm a liberal Midwestern college graduate. You were very exotic to me. I've reread the Old Testament.
Well, I hate to disillusion you, but I didn't reread the New Testament. So, it is not that. Everything needs to be in a list for me or I get confused. Then I said, maybe the reason Sally is so scared is this German she can't bite. Also, boys are fighting these German types. Here's one right in the middle of us.
Oh, there are old families of German descent here.
What do you know about this, Friedman? Could be anybody. This enemy infiltrates our home front, yeah?
No, that's creepy.
You should only know. So, she does not think of Matt as a German. Then Matt says, this Sally puzzle. She is how old? Stop looking at yourself, Matt. It is not just Matt she is not like. She is well over how old? All her friends and all her relatives were married by what age? And with all the prospering young men down there, some...
All the prospering young men are off to war, Matt.
I think we are getting somewhere. Well then, all the brave and pathetic and handsome soldiers at the hospital she sees every day.
They're kids. They're 10 years younger than me, more, most of them.
This has got to be the most particular girl that ever was. Who ever heard of such a situation? Where is the bright red hairnet? Where are the rolled garters on the legs to drive men out of their minds? Why isn't she exposing half her bosom with a plunging neckline like every other female? Where's the come hither, the invitation? There's an unmarried, trapped, not fanatically religious young lady who actually thinks of herself as a human being rather than a featherbed. And you say there is no mystery. Also, I talk to the patients at the hospital. Some are not so young. They all say, are you Sally's beau? time we say something sweet to Sally and tried to get fresh, she says, "Come on now." I gotta go.
It's time enough for...
Just a friendly conversation, Sally. No reason to be upset.
Come on, my life is no concern to you. If we get through the war, there's time to think about the
Nobody
future.
thinks like that anymore. Live for today.
Everything is upside down.
You're not waiting for when Johnny comes marching home this time.
I can't hear a word you're saying. You've got a thing of blood on your head.
Blood? How did I get
Well, you said that junk fell on
Where?
you. Don't touch it. Don't. Just put both your hands down. Hold this.
What is that?
Never you mind.
What is that? That stings. What are you putting on?
Chin. You're not hurt. Don't faint. Sit down.
I'm inoculated. It won't give me lockjaw.
I'm sorry to hear it.
I had a tetanus shot. Ouch!
I know, because you read in a book how to be a fisherman.
Some skills have to be acquired. Man is not born with the knowledge of the river, and nobody would ever drown. Ouch! This is a professional nurse's aid's bedside manner. Well, so I read. In my business, I had to learn to read very fast because they change the tax laws every week.
One more.
So now I read like a madman, and I retain nothing at all. But I read like lightning.
I read very slowly and practically memorize every word.
Jack Sprat. Am I okay?
You'll live.
You have sense then for your brat? No. Oh, poor Whistler, he should see what is happening to his boathouse. He'd sing Una Furtiva Lagrima.
I used to think he made the place for me. I was little when he died, but I thought he knew I'd come along, so he built it just the way it is, falling down, the way people used to build Roman ruins for their gardens. That way nobody else would come here and discover the magic of the place except me.
It was falling down, even then.
Well, it wasn't that long ago. I played in it when I was 8 or 10. I'm 27 now, so...
No, you're counting wrong.
I'm what?
You're 31.
I'm certainly not 31.
Oh my goodness, she does have a vanity as well as a temper. You're 31 because you were fired from teaching Sunday school on your 28th birthday, and that was 3 years ago.
What?
I've become great friends with your Aunt Charlotte. You got a counter spy in your very home. You're infiltrated. I didn't tell you. You're ambushed. I've come up on you from behind.
When did you talk to Aunt Charlotte?
Last year for a second today, and every few weeks during winter, on the telephone. I have never heard of anybody being fired from Sunday school before.
I quit. We didn't get along.
I like it better the way she told me. The preacher told you you were supposed to be teaching from the Methodist reader, not Holstein Bethlehem.
They were having problems with the union organizers from the garment factory.
Some of the kids' mothers work there.
They wanted to know what was happening.
I like it. So you rented them from?
The theory of the leisure class.
How much of the garment factory did you think you owned?
Almost 25%. Dad and the minister and the newspaper editor suggested we all concentrate on the text, and he who does not work, neither shall he eat.
Ooh, scare the pants off the sluggards.
Make the unreligious infidels buckle down.
Be good Christian workers.
I also read from St. Augustine.
Profit is a sin.
Businessmen will never enter the kingdom.
He was also a terrible anti-Semite.
Worse, he was Catholic.
Sally, you know that unmarried daughters are supposed to help the menfolk keep the social status quo.
Organize food baskets for the poor.
Keep their mouths shut.
There was a time when Dad had great hopes for me.
No wonder they are so anxious to get you out of the house.
You're older than I am.
Oh, more than you know. I'm 42.
That's about what I imagined.
Sally, you don't say that, whatever you think.
Under the draft by the skin of your teeth.
Yes.
You could have volunteered.
Yes.
You been married?
No, ma'am.
Why?
Never asked anybody. Nobody asked me.
You should have heard the other nurses' aides after you left. They thought you were the bee's knees.
They still say that down here.
They still say cat's pajamas. Only something is wrong. Something is goofy, isn't it? A single man, 42 years old. Doesn't make sense that a good man hasn't made a fool of himself at least once by your age.
Well, puzzles. Why does the chicken cross the road? A man I know says some riddle to me every day. I say, don't tell me, don't tell me. Later in the day I say, okay, I give up. Puzzles and jokes.
They couldn't quite put you together, so they decided you weren't quite right. Maybe you had a wife and 6 kids in Germany.
You like jokes? Old Ben Franklin is standing at the kitchen window one morning, flying a kite out the window, and his Mrs. Franklin comes in, looks out at the kite, and says to Ben, you need more tail. And Ben says to her, that's what I told you this morning, and you told me to go fly a kite.
I heard that before I was 12.
Really? I hadn't heard that before. Mrs. Blumenfeld in the office told us that yesterday morning.
English wasn't your first language. What was?
Questions and answers. What is the shortest month? May is the shortest month. There are only 3 letters in May.
German, Yiddish.
What was Matthew's first language? It doesn't come out funny. What does it matter? You can't talk to the old man in Lithuanian at the cafeteria anymore. Not the way you would like. Some pieces. The weather is hot today. Yes, the weather is hot. I read that the Germans marched into Russia. Yes. What happened to the German-Russian friendship? Oh, oh, oh! I yelled at him like he was deaf.
Where were you born?
No, I don't know.
Where was the sidewalk they skated on?
Lived in many cities. Oh. We are a lot alike, you know. To be so different. We are 2 such private people. A guy the other day, I eat at this cafeteria. I talked to a lot of nutty guys.
Matt, I don't want to hear
No, this is not like that. I came down here to tell you this. This guy told me we were eggs.
Who, you and me?
All people. He said people are eggs. Said we had to be careful not to bang up against each other too hard, crack our shells, never be any use again. Said we were eggs, individuals. Had to keep separate, private. He was very protective of his shell. He said nobody ever knows what the other guy is thinking. We all got about 10 tracks going at once. Nobody ever knows what's going down any given track at any given moment. So we never can really communicate. While I'm talking to you on track number 3, over on track number 5, I might be thinking, oh, any number of things. And when I think you're listening to me, what are you really thinking?
And you think he's right or you think he's wrong?
Well, that's 2 ways of looking at it. I told him he was paranoid. But not to worry so much about being understood or to work at it. We got our work cut out for us, don't we? I told him.
What?
Well, it's all right there in his analogy, ain't it? What good is an egg? Gotta be hatched or boiled or beat up into something like a lot of other eggs. Then you're cooking. I told him he ought not to be too afraid of getting his yolk broke.
Where were you born?
You didn't appreciate it either.
Why are you being such a private person, such an egg?
Where was Matt born? Oh, Rostock, maybe, or Dansk, or Kaunas. But it's probably Kaunas, which became the capital of
Lithuania.
what was Lithuania. So, there, omelet.
When did you come to America?
This one you haven't heard. This is a city joke. Kaiser's architect has a little outhouse he wants plastered and painted, so he gets bids from 3 contractors. A Polish man, an Italian, and a Jew.
Mad.
No, so first the Pole says, that job will cost you 3,000 marks. Kaiser's architect says, how do you figure that? Pole says, 1,000 for the plasterer, 1,000 for the painter, 1,000 for me. So the Italian says, that will be 6,000 marks. How is that 6,000 marks? The Italian says 2,000 for the plasterer, 2,000 for the painter, 2,000 for me. So he goes to the Jewish contractor. He says, that job will be 9,000 marks. 9,000 marks? How can you figure that? The Jew says, 3,000 for you, 3,000 for me, 3,000 for the Pole.
You said you were German. Why were you born in Lithuania?
Probably Lithuania.
Did you come here with your family to this country? Or don't you know that either?
No, that I know. I know. Very well, Miss Sally Kelly. There was a Prussian and a Uke. Ukrainian, yes. A Prussian and a Uke and a Lat and the probable Lit who all traveled over Europe.
Matt, you're maddening. I don't know if this
I will
is a
tell this,
story.
Sally, in the only way I can tell. So the Prussian had been a soldier, but then he realized that being Jewish, he could not advance in the Kaiser's army, so then he became an engineer.
There's no such thing as a Prussian Jew.
Prussian was the way he thought of himself, and Prussian he was.
Very well.
So he became a wandering engineer. The Kaiser sent the Prussian and the Uke and the Lat and the probable Lit to study engineering wonders. Many months in the Swiss mountains to watch the building of a funicular, yes? And in the evening, the Prussian used to like to sit stiffly and talk with other stiff Prussian Jews sitting around the cafes of the capitals of Europe. Unfortunately, one of the people with whom he spoke...
Matt, you're confusing me, and I don't know if this is a joke or this is a...
This is the joke about how the probable Lit came to America that you said he wanted to hear. So one of the people with whom he spoke was an inventor named... Who remembers? Such his name. Who had discovered how to get nitrogen out of the air like magic. So one day, the Prussian and the Uke and the Lat and the probable Lit lit out for Naples, but were detained in Nice, where there is a large police force because people tried to board boats there to cross borders. Europe being mostly made up of borders that people get upset when you try to cross. Europe is the child's game of may I. Do you know may I? Come! May I cross over into Yugoslavia? Yes! You may take 3 scissor steps. Okay, I take 3 scissor steps. Oh, 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 oh. Go back to Czechoslovakia. You forgot to say may I.
Who is the Uke and who is the Lat? You're the Lit, and the Prussian is your father. Who is the Uke?
Sally, this is all on the up and up. The Prussian was married to the Uke. She said you were Sephardic, but that wasn't true.
Okay, I want to understand this, Matt. Who was the Lat?
The Lat was their daughter, who was born in Latvia 2 years before. The probable Lit was probably born in Lithuania.
I didn't know you had a sister.
Well, it turned out to be of little consequence. The people in Europe being very wasteful of people.
Your family was detained in Nice.
Yes, by the Nice police, which was very humbuggy, as the French are very much the natural enemy of the Prussians, and the French very much wanted to know from this Prussian engineer what? Something he had overheard in a cafe.
How to get nitrogen from the air.
Like magic.
Why?
Well, everybody was happily looking forward to the Great War.
This was when?
1911, the Lit was 9. And this nitrogen is not used in the field as fertilizer. This nitrogen is used in the manufacture of gunpowder. So one should be very careful what your friends tell you in cafes. So the French torture the Prussian,
Oh, no.
who being Prussian and Jewish says nothing. So they decide to torture the Latin daughter to make the Prussian speak.
Oh, Matt, you don't have to say anything. I know this must be...
The consequence being that the Lat fell into a coma from which she did not recover, and the French were convinced They had the wrong Prussian Duke, Latin, Lit, and let the whole lot of them go. So they went to the authorities in Germany, leaving the little Lit with his unwillingly back. The irony being that the German government reasoned that this gregarious Prussian engineer knew something of vital interest to the Kaiser. So the Prussian and the Duke tried to slip across the border into Denmark, but we understand they forgot to say, may I?
They wouldn't kill their own people just because they knew something they might or might not tell.
Well, they didn't consider them their own, of course. And people weren't killed in Germany. They were indefinitely detained.
I never heard there were persecutions in the First World War.
I thought you said you reread the Old Testament.
How did he get to America? The Lit.
Who said the little Lit came to America?
How did he get to America?
Norway, to Caracas, to America on a banana boat.
By himself or with refugees?
Refugees, with his uncle from Quebec and his wife and 4 kids.
Little kids?
What difference, what size kids? No, not little kids, grown people. There's always something thrilling about the broad canvas of a European story to tell. But I'm afraid that the probable Lit had seen too much. No allegiance would claim him anymore. No causes.
So the Lit didn't volunteer for the army.
Oh, war! What did he know except war? Life was war. War was life. Against the French, he would almost have gone this time. The resolve was to never be responsible to bring into such a world another living soul. He would not bring into this world another child to be killed for political purpose. This boy knew blank about sitting alone without a woman to talk to. So I'm afraid the little Lit was a little crazy, and as he grew older, I'm afraid he got a little crazier. But he has witnessed nothing to cause him to alter his conviction. And what woman would be interested in such a grown probable Lit with such a resolve? Anyway, he doesn't think about it. The day is over in a second. I spend my life adding figures, it breaks my head.
He does. The Lit.
He does what?
You said you mean the Lit. The Lit spends his life adding figures.
Yes, well, I do too. We are much alike. We work together.
We've both gone to a lot of work for nothing.
What work? What do you mean?
Or do you naturally invent stories about your sister and father and mother being killed by Germans?
One by the French, 2 by the Germans.
You've been talking to Aunt Lottie? Who else have you talked to? The people in town? Have you looked in the Lebanon newspaper, the old files? I don't know how detectives work.
This is bad. Why are you speaking like this?
Why did you tell me that story?
To make you see why I hadn't spoken last year.
That's what you came down here to tell me?
Yes.
Well, now you've told me, now I know, now you can leave.
I have said something I don't know that I have said.
It was a calculated risk. You just miscalculated. You're not good at manipulation. I've been worked over by experts. They're good down here.
Well, you have mistaken.
Get gone now. Leave before I hit you with something. You can walk to the Barnetts. They'll give you some gas for a couple of coupons.
Now who is making the disturbance?
Get off this property or get out of my way so I can get back to the house or I'll disturb you for real.
Darling, we are going to settle this before either of us goes anywhere.
I won't be made a fool because I fell in love again, Matt, and I won't be pushed around again.
I'm not letting you get away.
Get out of here!
Do you realize what you said? Did you hear yourself?
Cliffy, here he is! Matt Freeman is down here!
Hey, you crazy woman! We could both be shot with that gun. People do not yell and scream and kick. People are blessed with the beautiful gift of reason and communication.
Cliffy!
How does this happen? Why, when they test that logic, everybody in the Ozarks went on a marshmallow roast. said I must live my own life. I come down here protected from tetanus. I am getting rabies from an older maid.
Why did you tell me about your family and about you?
Because you asked me, why are you not married? Where were you born? How did you get to this stupid country? Because I'm a crazy person. All your nurse friends say there's something wacky with Matt, that he is not going to fool himself over some woman. I said, Matt, go down there and tell Sally who you are. Once in your life, risk something. At least you will know you did what you could. What do you think she's going to do? Bite you?
Charlotte told you nothing. She may be silly, she may like you.
One does not necessarily follow the other.
She doesn't gossip about me. She didn't tell you anything.
So you tell me. No, Charlotte told me nothing except that there was something to tell. I said, Charlotte, Sherlock thinks there is some dark mystery down here. She said, Mr. Holmes, Sally will have to tell you that herself.
There's nothing to tell.
Oh, you were swinging up to the house for the sheriff because it... Oh my God, they could all be coming down here now.
They're all listening to the radio.
Saved by Miss Fanny Bryce. We stick together. Oh my God. You know, I don't know how to begin. I am walking into an unfriendly church in my underdrawers here.
What are you talking about?
You don't have that dream? I congratulate you. That is a terrible dream. I mean, none of my skills is appropriate to the situation I find myself in. And I have amazing skills. I mean, really, I can be an attraction in the sideshow. Give me a list. 3, 6, up to 15 numbers, 5 digits each. I will give you the sum immediately. In my head, Mr. Editing Machine. People gig. How does he do that? Oh, he's got it all written down. I know the multiplication table 75 times 75 truly. It's something I know. What is 67 times 68? 4,556. I have amazing skills, only I feel like Houdini in the iron box, under the river, at the bottom of the river, at the lake in the... I forgot where I put my keys to the handcuffs. Such a frustrating dream.
One of the boys at the hospital is an artist. He's developed a facility for when a dream starts to go bad. It starts to get scary. He, in the dream, changes it all into a drawing, wads it up, and throws it away.
Roy wouldn't like it.
Oh, drive him crazy.
Now, I am foolish to insinuate myself down here and try to feel like one of the hillbillies. I mean, who ever heard of this Friedman? I don't blame you. I won't be Matt Friedman anymore. I'll join the throng. Call myself August Hedgepath. I'm sipping moonshine over the back of my elbow, wheat straw in the gap of my teeth. I'm not cleaning my glasses. I'm fishing crappie, bass.
Sun perch.
Heck yes. Only I'm not. You know, I can't even take off my shoes without feeling absurd.
People don't run around with their shoes off here sipping moonshine. It isn't really the Hatfields and the McCoys. The ones who go barefoot only do it because they can't afford shoes. Matt.
What? What's that? I don't even hear you. My name is August. Call me August.
I couldn't possibly.
Oh, that's my name as of this minute.
Matt.
I don't know. What is that fragrance? What are you wearing?
It isn't me.
Smell it.
Honeysuckle.
That's honeysuckle. No wonder they make music about it. It blooms at night.
No, that's something else. It blooms during the day, the night, whenever.
It's wonderful.
You never had to grub it out of a garden.
You know that folk song? Lindy, did you smell that honeysuckle vine last night? Honey, it was smelling so sweet in the moonlight.
No, I mean, sure, but I don't know it.
We heard the Lebanon band play that last summer. It's, isn't that a Missouri folk song?
No, I don't know. I don't know Missouri folk songs.
Oh, God, I'd lay me down and die if I could be as sweet as that to you. My little Lindy Lou.
Don't sing to me. It's ridiculous. And my name is not Lindy Lou. It's Sally Talley.
shouldn't turn on the salary.
Don't say that, don't say that.
That's what I wanted to say.
Oh, don't talk about your socialism, talk about your work or something like you did in your letters.
Don't talk socialism, I don't talk communism. I don't think much of isms. No time at all you start defending isms like they were something tangible. What are you afraid of? Why?
Is that what made Buddy so angry and Olive talking common sense?
No. Your brother is a baker. You want to change the subject? Fine.
A what?
A baker. A baker. Your brother bakes people. He thinks that if all the factory workers went on strike for better wages as they are trying to do in his factory, it would bring the country to its knees. He is a very poetic speaker.
Well, it would bring Buddy to his knees, and that's a position with which he is very unfamiliar, believe me.
What are you afraid of?
People are working at least.
Economics, you want to talk. I say to you, this is my life, this is what I want. Say no or say yes, and you say talk about economics.
Will there really be strikes after the war is over?
You're playing games, yes?
I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
are a peach. After the war, they'll strike. Yes, people say, shaking in their boots. Oh, sure, they'll strike. Everybody from soda jerks to grease monkeys. It gives them the illusion the system is working.
Well, people are afraid to admit it, but I think they're worried about what's going to happen when the boys come back.
Oh, down here, they're afraid to admit it. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Shows humility. Humility is good for the soul. St. Louis, they're trembling in their beds. Headlines in the newspaper. One businessman said the war had to last another 2 years or the country would never recover.
They're afraid that there will be another depression.
They, who?
They. Who do we ever mean when we say they?
Man I know says, they sayers are all liars.
They see it happening all over again. The depression, unemployment, with the factories shut down, higher taxes.
No.
What do you mean no?
No, it won't happen.
You can't know that.
There is a lot I do not know. About people, I am utterly ignorant. About girls, I am more than ignorant. About money, I am an expert only. About taxes, I am an authority. Businesses ask me about their taxes. People who cry depression are blind and frightened.
Why should it be different this time?
You are worried about what is going to be?
Yes, it was no fun. People, hobos, coming up to the back door, 4 and 5 at a time every day, asking for work and having to accept handouts.
It's different. It won't be like that again. Roosevelt himself will be handing out lollipops.
I don't know why you're acting like this.
How much money do you have?
What?
You're an average person in a less than average job. You've been working only 2.5, 3 years. How much money do you have saved? You have nothing to spend it on. You put it in a savings account. You buy bonds to save capitalism, democracy, freedom of speech. Were you not terrified to express yourself? How much money do you have saved?
What's wrong? I'm not going to let you talk to me.
Forget it! How much?
I do know how much money I've saved. That's what bothers me. Money makes me greedy and guilty at the same time.
So, how much?
Half my check every week for 3 years. I make $30 a week.
$2,340.
A little less, $2,200.
Multiply that times 120 million people.
You're the mathematician. What does it come to?
A lot of money that nobody had before the war, burning a hole in everybody's pockets. How many people have bought war bonds? 85 million people. How much money is there in savings accounts? $130 billion. Everybody is going to be building and spending and working. End of sideshow. Financial exhibition is over. I don't know. Why did I come? You aren't going to be honest with me.
Honest about what?
About you, about me, about Sally and Matt. You think I intend to sit here and discuss finance? What will happen after the war? Why should there be an after the war?
I was being perfectly honest with you.
Perfectly honest and perfectly evasive. Perfectly mysterious and perfectly scared out of your wits. You know something, maybe you dames are all alike. You're yellow. You got a yellow streak a mile wide right down the middle of your backs.
Is that supposed to be Kathy?
Oh my God, Cat. No, that's still Bogart. Hey, you know you have no sense of flattery.
And we're all yellow. You know that many women, you can make a generalization like that.
Oh my gosh! What are you going to be? Jealous and possessive now about something you don't even want? No, I know no women. What I told you I have never before spoken. For the same reason that you speak nothing to anybody, because we're terrified that if once we allow ourselves to be cracked. You know, I think people really do think they are eggs. They think they are the Eggman with the king and the horses, all the horses.
Humpty Dumpty.
We all have a Humpty Dumpty complex. So I take a big chance. I come down here to tell you I'm in love for the only time in my life with a girl who sees the world exactly as I see it. I say to you, Sally, I will not have children, but if there is a life force, will you have me or not? And you scream and yell bloody murder and kick and breathe fast in and out, in and out, in and out. What is it when you're breathing fast in and out?
Hyperventilate.
You hyperventilate and say, Matthew, talk about finance. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
You can come with me to the road. I'll get you some gas. I'll go into the yard by myself.
The car isn't out of gas.
What is it out of?
Hope. The car is out of hope. The car is in fine running condition. I turn the key, it goes. I turn it off, it stops. I turned it off. I didn't say it was out of gas. I said it needs gas to run. You assumed it was out of gas. I wasn't talking to Buddy up at the house about isms. I was talking to him about you and me down here in the boathouse last summer.
Oh my God!
Come on, you brown out to the key!
Did it!
Shh! I'll arrest us both of you. Scream over the river at the park. You want to hear the band playing Whistler's Banjo, so the night shouldn't be a waste. They ought to start any minute. You can watch the fireworks.
They won't have fireworks. You can hear the band from here, Matt. You have no idea how prejudiced Buddy and Olive are, really.
You kidding me? I don't imagine your father will let you sleep under his roof after Buddy tells them. Your aunt thought it was very likely they'd kick you out of the house. We think they may shave your head.
Matt, why put you up to this?
She said you were anxious to get out of the house, but you didn't have much courage. She is a very bold strategist.
You told her about last summer?
No, she told me. You told Rachel, Rachel told her cousin Rose, Rose told your Aunt Charlotte.
I'll bring them, everyone.
Have you been listening to anything I've said?
What? Oh, Matt, I told you, just put it out of your head.
Oh, you're hard, you're tough.
Well, I can't think about it now.
Well, maybe you better.
There is no place to go where I'd be out of there, Matt.
There's a hospital in St. Louis, St. Anne's. St. Louis is St. Anne's. You could work there and cry for help.
Too long a drive.
Well, it happens that my apartment is located conveniently 4 blocks away.
You have room for 3 nurses' aides?
I rescind the offer. You like St. Louis? The Browns, you never know. The Cardinals are okay. You can go to the game, watch the Cooper brothers.
Matt, you can see I don't want you to talk like that.
I can hear you say that. I think I see something different. You aren't afraid of me. Right now, this minute, are you afraid of me right now?
I've never been afraid of you.
Put everything I said behind. I didn't sing Lindy Lou and ask Sally to marry me. Sally didn't say don't sing. We are friends, talking together, looking in the river at the upside down black trees and shady moon boy. Hey, there's no color in moonlight. What a chip. Very little color. Look at you.
Some,
You might as well have brown eyes. Amazing, the things we get so used to, we don't know anymore. So I ask you, why did your aunt say there is something you don't know yet and something only Sally can tell you?
it was a long time ago.
You're 31 years old, how long?
It was another life, really.
So what happened in this other life?
Say I was disappointed in love. It was a long time ago. I was another person.
I don't believe it, disappointed in love.
It was more of a financial arrangement than anything.
Oh, well, disappointed in the financial arrangement, I understand.
I was engaged to Harley Campbell.
I don't believe it.
You don't even know who he is.
I met him up at the house. He was the one who was saying, you tell him, buddy. You tell him, buddy.
Well, he used to be very good looking.
Oh, I don't believe that either.
He was a guard on the basketball team. I was a cheerleader. We grew up together. We were the 2 richest families in town. We were golden children. Dad owned a quarter of the garment factory. Harley's dad owned a third. These 2 great families were to be united in one happy factory. We used to walk through the plant
how did it happen that Sally was disappointed in love?
Well, it all became academic. The depression happened. Maybe we didn't look so golden. The factory almost closed.
No, I know the depression came. So how did it happen that Sally was disappointed in love?
I was sick for a long time. I got TB and missed school. I didn't graduate until a year after Harley did. Then he went off to Princeton, became engaged to a girl from New Jersey. His father killed himself.
Because he was engaged to a girl from New Jersey?
Because by then it was 1931. He was in debt and thought he would lose the factory. He didn't know how to live poor.
So?
Harley quit school. Buddy, Harley, and Dad worked at the factory trying to save it. They're doing fine now.
I know. A government contract for army uniforms. So?
Harley's wife left him 8 years ago. He remarried a girl from Rogersville.
And that's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you, Hannah.
Yes.
You're real cute. Might as well get the gas, don't you think?
You're not out of gas.
Maybe I am. Maybe I lie.
Well, if that's what it takes.
You know what I'm thinking over on track number 9? That Sally may not be who I thought she was after all.
Maybe not.
May not be, maybe not. What kind of answer to a mystery is that? What happened to change this golden girl into an embarrassment to the family? Into a radical old maid who's fired from teaching Sunday school? Why would this nice Holly leave you after all this time when you were sick with such a romantic disease? I'm a logical person. I have to have it all laid out on a list for me. This isn't logical.
His family didn't want him to marry me, obviously.
Well, they thought you weren't good enough for him.
Come on.
Oh, what?
Yes, don't do that.
Mr. Campbell was in debt and worried about being overextended, and the rich partner's daughter gets TB and the wedding is off?
I don't know.
Holly was the richest boy in town, you said, yes?
Yes.
And Sally was the richest girl in the neighborhood, yes? This was the match of the decade. Bells were going to ring for this match.
Well, they didn't.
When the Depression comes, rich families must pool their resources.
They didn't see it that way.
The Campbells are a large Missouri family, are they? 15 little Campbells?
Yes. No.
No? Only Holly, 2 brothers and 1 sister?
No.
No, only Holly and his brother.
Harley and his sister.
Holly was the only son of a very prominent Laclede County family.
Yes.
Why didn't they want their only son to marry the beautiful, popular cheerleader Talley girl, whom he'd been going steady with for 3 years?
They didn't like me.
All those years he dated you over their protest.
Not on your life.
No, because Holly didn't do things against his parents' wishes.
No.
So, and you weren't graduated with
It's
him.
beginning to hurt, Matt.
You're pulling. I'm not pulling. Why weren't you good enough for Holly?
I got sick.
You got TB. And went to Arizona where you lived for the rest of your life?
No.
You gave this contagious disease to their only son, and he went away to Arizona and was never heard from again.
No, Matt, the TB was not serious. There were complicating circumstances that caused me to be out of school.
There were complications. Sally was pockmarked and ugly, and nobody wanted anything to do with her.
You might say that.
This only son was repulsed by the sight of you.
No, Matt, I was in the hospital for a month. I had a fever.
This Holly had a morbid fear of hospitals. I'm getting a fever as who's getting a fever.
They didn't want it.
But your dad insisted.
He didn't want it either.
You were pale and white and wouldn't look good in a wedding dress.
Matt.
You were a tramp and a vamp and would have ruined the reputation of this prominent family, is what the story is.
He was the heir. He had to carry on the family name.
You were irresponsible. You had uncontrollable kleptomania and couldn't be trusted around the family money.
I was sick. I had a fever.
You were delirious and drunken, and no family would allow such a woman to marry their only son.
I was sick for a year.
No, you were not sick. You went away. Why did you go away?
I was at the house.
Why were you at the house for a year?
I had a fever.
No, because you had disgraced yourself.
I had a pelvic infection.
Is that what you told
They
me?
didn't know what was wrong with me.
Why were you
They
hiding in the
couldn't
house?
get the fever
Why were you
down.
hiding?
They couldn't bring the fever
What
out.
were you hiding?
It didn't matter because it had eaten out my insides. I couldn't bear children. I can't have children. Let go of me.
You're okay. It's okay.
Go away, go away.
I didn't know. I thought you had had a child.
I've had no child. There was no scandal. I was no longer of value to the merger.
It's okay. It's okay.
Ah, stop. That's what I tell the boys. It's okay, only they're dying of blood poisoning. Don't comfort me. I'm fine. Best you let go.
I thought you had had a child with someone else. You're so crazy.
I only wish I had.
This was a result of the TV.
The infection descended into the fallopian tubes. It's not uncommon with women at all. And so there couldn't be an heir to the Garment Empire. It was all such a great dance. Everyone came to the hospital. Everyone said it made no difference. By the time Harley graduated, the Campbells weren't speaking to the Talleys. By then, Dad was looking at me like I was a broken swing. It's a very interesting perspective.
Did you think your aunt told me you couldn't have children and I was making up the story of my life to tease you?
Possibly.
Eggs! 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 We are so terrified, but still we hope. You take a beautiful dress to work. Did you tell the nurses I was coming to see you?
No.
And look at me. For 5 years I've been wearing the same tie to work. It is a matter of principle with me not to wear a different tie. I buy a new tie to come and see Sally. You see how corruption of principle begins?
I had nothing to do with that.
Is that a new dress, by the way? I don't know that dress.
Yes, it's no big deal.
It is an enormous deal. It is the new deal. It is a big deal.
You didn't even say you liked it.
I like it. I love the dress. I'm sitting up in St. Louis all this winter in a terrible quandary. It is not that I'm happy or not happy, but I have not thought that I could be happy. But this winter I was terribly unhappy, and I knew I was unhappy. I had fallen for a girl and could not give her the life she would surely like with family and children. You know what has happened. Some mischievous angel has looked down on us and saw us living 200 miles apart and said, you know, it would be a kick in the head. Let's send Nat on a vacation to Lebanon.
You believe in angels?
I do now, most definitely. And the name might be Lottie Talley, maybe. Oh, missed your marching band.
I'm gonna play all evening.
So, we'll go to the city tonight, leave the car here.
Matt, it's absurd to be talking like that. We're practically middle-aged.
So, we'll go to the city tonight, leave the car here in town, take the midnight bus.
I'll be up in a week or so.
I'll stay here in the hotel in Lebanon and wait.
You have to work tomorrow.
So what?
We'll go tonight.
Lindy Lou. Wow. You lived in such a beautiful country. Such a beautiful countryside. Will you miss it?
Yes.
Me. Once a year, we'll come back down so we don't forget.
All right.
And so, all's well that ends